You are welcome to Nana's Tarot and Oracles. I am the Nana, and Nana loves you. You have a home here for comfort and contemplation, hope and inspiration, rest, renewal, and relaxation. Your readings will empower you to use your intuition to help you towards a better life. All readings are dedicated to truth and light, but cannot take the place of professional services of any kind. Readings are general, and if they do not sound right for you, they may not be for you. If you like what you're hearing, please select the like button below and subscribe with all notifications. It's free. Share with your friends or family. If you have a question or a comment, I will try to answer it below. You are important to Nana. You inspire Nana every day with your amazing grace. Today's reading was inspired to follow up the last reading where we talked a lot about the impending astrological things that are going on. Today is Wednesday, December the 17th of 2025. And on this day, Mercury, Jupiter, and Chiron configure into a formation called Thor's Hammer, with the effects of this strongest from yesterday through tomorrow. This is an intense and uncomfortable confrontation with situations that seem intractable, having to do with communication, restrictions, and wounds that aren't healing. These are probably the main keywords for these planets that are involved. Mercury for communication, Jupiter for expansion, which is restricted at this time, and Chiron as the wounded healer. We must apply our attention and diligent effort to be mindful of this in relation to the fact that we are in the 1221 portal. We talked about the 1221 portal in the last reading. And we are now approaching the new moon in Sagittarius on the 19th or 20th, depending on whose calendar you look at. New moons are always about planting seeds and new beginnings, setting intentions. But this new moon's intentions are the bridge for a massive transition from the past, number 9 in Chinese astrology, wood snake year of number 9 standing for nearing completion, and also number 9 being the Hermit card in the major arcana, into the beginning of a new number 1 year of the Fire Horse. The major arcana card would be the Fool. And courage, enthusiasm, and flexibility are required here. And we need to be aware of the implications, not just for the monthly cycle, but for the coming new year. An astrology site that I follow on YouTube here is called Sociastrology. Sociastrology spoke of the new moon, the Sagittarius new moon, as conjoined to the galactic center. The galactic center being best described as a black hole at the center of the Milky Way. So this is transpersonal in terms of being personal to us, but also global and even cosmic in implication, with heights of endings and new beginnings, origin myths, history, existential truths, sudden realizations, and dissolving illusions, We'll speak of that more in just a moment. The astrological term for the position of the moon at this time is out of bounds, which is related to the fact that the sun is at the extreme southern declination now with the impending solstice. And this represents the potential for extreme events unbound from norms. Mercury, which we've always also discussed as being related to communication, is at the bendings of the nodes, or square to the nodes. Pivotal moments of truth versus propaganda, amplified by the moon. Increased seriousness, determination, focus, and historical shift long term into expansion, truth, freedom, travel, learning, but also with the understanding that there is an influence of Saturn here that may be somewhat limiting. As we are mindful of the new moon, it leads immediately into the solstice, which is basically the sun at a time of standstill. And we discussed in the reading of the 1221 portal, we received a card of mindfulness that reminded us that when we are confronted with these things, we need to retreat to some degree into stillness to contemplate. The blessed solstice, the return of the sun and the light, it is a time for rejoicing, but it calls for cleansing, contemplation, and gratitude or prayer. Among other things, looking at the solstice, looking at the 12/21/2025 numerology, this computes to 3 plus 3. Those, as we discussed in a previous reading, are the Empress number, Venus, Earth, Taurus, Libra, and the year number is 9, which is the Hermit card, Virgo, and Earth sign. These add up to 15, which reduces to 6. 15 is the number of the Devil card in the major arcana, which is Capricorn, Saturn, Earth, and relates in general to bondage or obsession. If you look at the card, you can see there are 2 characters who are chained. The chains, however, are loose and can be released. The number 6 is the card of the Lovers. Looking at the Devil and the Lovers, both cards have similar images, one with the Devil and one with an angel. And in the Lovers card, what we see in the Lovers originally in the tarot was called the Choice card. But we see liberation. And the Lovers card is Mercury, communication, Gemini, air, and 6 stands for balance, harmony, service, and exchange, and the alignment of material and spiritual qualities. Now we also have, with the 12 and 21, number 12 is the number of the Hanged Man card, which represents perspective, Neptune, and water. And here we come back again to the concept of stillness. When we become still with the Hanged Man, But then the 21 is the number of the world card, which is Saturn and Earth. Remember I said we would speak to Neptune and Saturn again. Those will have a very important conjunction in February on the 20th. So keep those in mind. We need to be grounded to get through this. The other aspects that I looked at numerologically, and please forgive me for the cultural reference here. When we're looking at 6, we're looking at healing, we're looking at the divine feminine, we're looking at the lovers. And then another number I received was 34, which reduces to 7. So we have 6, 7. My grandsons would be laughing now. Connecting with others, contacts, in touch, and healing each other. So as we are spending our time in stillness and contemplation, we might wish to consider cleansing. I recommend saltwater baths with Epsom salts, or showering, or moon bathing on the night of the new moon, cleansing your crystals. And I also recommend meditation and prayer. If you need a prayer, I have an invocation. Living Spirit of life, light, and love, with gratitude and respect, we honor you. May we come to live in harmony according to your inspiration here, now, and forever after. May we find greater understanding and opportunity to serve the intention for peace, love, and wellness. Let us begin our reading, as we have been, with a card from Rebecca Campbell's Inner Temple Oracle. All cards were shuffled before the reading. Let's ring the bell to call spirits in to tell us what we need to know about this special, important time. Today I am going to additionally shuffle for 3 times, which again is the number of the Empress and the Divine Feminine. Our card for today is the Chamber of Soul Gifts. So let's put that in the frame to contemplate and see what Rebecca Campbell has to say about the Chamber of Soul Gifts. Here is the text if you want to stop the video and read it. The Chamber of Soul Gifts. Your soul came into this world with gifts waiting patiently to be found. You'll know you've found a gift through how lit up you are when you do. Time expands and heaven and earth seem to meet. There's a gentle pull, an expansive feeling, a deep, resounding yes. Sometimes our gifts are clear early on, and those around us celebrate their presence in the world. Other times we may discover them eventually, but lack the confidence to trust in them. This card beckons you to be passionately daring. It urges you to cherish the things that make you come alive and that you're most passionate about, to trust the things you're silently drawn to, and not just to do what you think you should if this goes against what's true for you. When we embrace our gifts, we light up the world without even trying. When we follow our gifts, we become more alive and more present to life. Just like the flower, just like the tree. When we follow our gifts, we express our unique, true nature and bless the world with our presence. What gift is patiently waiting for you to embrace it? What are you drawn to doing? Maybe it's something you're already aware of and celebrated for. Or perhaps it's something that's emerging for you. This card is encouraging you on. It's giving you a supportive push to follow your secret passions and favorite pastimes and to be uniquely you. Excuse me. That is certainly something to think about during this period of transition. Now, let's look at a Trust Your Vibes Oracle card from Sonia Choquette. Okay, our card for today is pay attention. These are certainly times when we might need to think about paying attention. This is card number 31. I am noticing the butterfly, and I'm noticing the color blue and the butterfly being held between the heart and the throat. Number 31, pay attention. There's the text if you prefer to stop the video and read. Excuse me. Stop what you are doing and notice what and who needs your attention and care. Start with the basics and move outward. Does your body need care? Do you need a better daily routine or a healthier diet? Do you need to stretch and move? Do your close relationships need your time and attention? How about your professional associates? Do they need more focus, involvement, and participation from you? This does not mean you must sacrifice yourself for others. This card simply suggests giving attention to the essential things in your life. They won't take care of themselves while you're checked out. Be practical and attend to what keeps you healthy and safe as well. This is just my personal aside. Always put your own mask on first, just like on the airplane. You can't help others unless you help yourself first. Does your car need a tune-up? Do the tires need air? Does your home or apartment need repair? Do the locks work? Are the smoke alarm batteries charged? Focus on what your intuition has already alerted you to. Care for the things that take care of you right now. They may be neglected. It's easy to do, and particularly if we become preoccupied and worried. This seems to me to be a card that references what I was saying earlier about perspective. How we need to stop, to be in stillness, and pay attention. Now let's have a talisman oracle. See what we need to be thinking about. Well, that's interesting, and that popped right up. This is the card for defense, and it shows a scorpion. These cards also incorporate sacred geometry, symbols, to prompt your subconscious mind to think of what you need to think of. And I think it goes along with pay attention. We certainly want to pay attention to things that we need to defend from. Here is the text and the sacred geometry. In a reading, watch out for competition in a personal or professional context. It's time to defend your current position, but you should have no problems doing so. While it is flattering that others strive for your success, this creates a very harsh environment, and it becomes difficult to lead within this dynamic. You are fierce. Are you fierce? I don't always feel very fierce. And here is the other page. If you want something, you go for it. Try to understand where others are coming from, but do establish clear boundaries. Focus on the solution of the issue and defend your ground, and ignore the empty chatter that could fuel the needless drama. Talisman power. Use this card when others try to start an argument, provoke you, or challenge your success. The Scorpio is ready to set the limits. I think they meant the scorpion there, but the flowers on this card soften tense feelings. Meditate with this card, knowing that ill winds will blow over. The challenges placed on our path make us stronger and allow us to believe in ourselves more. Your affirmation is, I am unbreakable because I am at peace. That also makes me think about the Thor's hammer element of today with the uncomfortable confrontation. If you have uncomfortable confrontations, think back to this card. Now, let's get a significator card for today from the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. Well, this card flew out, and so I think we should look at it. And it is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is number 20 of the major arcana. And as you can see, it is the Archangel Gabriel blowing the horn on Judgment Day, calling people to rise up, to resurrect, and to face judgment. And our significator card is the Hermit. It's interesting that the Hermit came up in terms of the numerology that I was looking at related to the 1221 portal. The Hermit is number 9 of the major arcana. One of the interesting items about the Hermit is that the light in his lantern is the same shape as the 8-pointed star in the star card. And this is exactly the card that relates to going within and stillness to shine a light. It's a very spiritual card. Certainly seems to go along with the Judgment card. 2 major arcana cards in a reading is very significant. Now let's see what's on the reverse. On the reverse, we have the Three of Pentacles, which has presented in reverse. The Three of Pentacles. Pentacles are the earth signs, which are money, material possessions, and health. The Three of Pentacles is considered to be a card that talks about collaboration and working on projects. Presenting in reverse again, I would think, suggests the sort of going within that the Hermit does. But the Judgment card that jumped out with them, I think, suggests that yes, we must be in contemplation now, but we must be prepared to answer the call when it comes. Now let's see if we can get clarification from the Wandering Star Tarot. I find it interesting that we have cards jumping today. I do not frequently have that happen. But this reading feels special today. It will be a longer reading, but I think we have a lot to think about now. Our clarifying card for now is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a card of inspiration, of passion, of creativity. Wands are the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The keywords, according to this card, are career, beginnings, and travel. Many people are traveling now. I am always reminded, too, when I see a snake wrapped around a wand, of the caduceus and of healing. And the snake is also a symbol for resurrection, for shedding your skin, starting fresh. On the reverse, we see the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a youthful messenger. Swords, of course, are the air signs, which stand for intellect and communication. And the Page of Swords keywords are curiosity, intelligence, charm, and ambition. Do you have a yes or no question today? Because the Wandering Star Tarot has yes or no cards. Think about your yes or no question now. Your answer is no. I hope that is an answer that pleases you. Now let's see what the runes have to say. The rune for today is Sowello. Victory, enlightenment, regeneration, which I would take to go along with the snake and the Judgment card. So even if these times seem somewhat turbulent, stressful, you can look forward to a good outcome. Now let's get a hexagram from the I Ching, the Book of Changes. We have a volunteer. Another card flipping out. This is so interesting. And our hexagram number is 14. And it looks like a mountain and a sun. Interestingly, in the tarot, number 14 is the number of the Temperance card in the Major Arcana. But let's see what Benabel Wynn has to say in her excellent text. Number 14 is accolades. Here is the oracle. Heaven bestows great blessings when you are aligned with the will of the divine. This is an omen of great validation. What you have been intuiting is true and correct. What you seek to undertake is a worthy endeavor that will yield success and prosperity. Heaven supports your expansion. And yet, stay modest and heed the true lesson of this message. Those blessed with abundance should not allow themselves to feel full. That is an interesting oracle. Thank you for tuning in to Nana's Tarot and Oracles today. You make Nana's day. Nana loves you and hopes you leave a question or comment below. Select the like button, subscribe, and select all notifications. I am feeling today that I will be called to do another reading on the day of the solstice. I hope that you will join me again in peace and love.